Hey everybody, it's Ted Petromo. The other day I sent a message to my list and I asked you, what can I do to provide more value to you? And this really came from, I'm started a challenge with Perry Marshall, the 30-day challenge for every day of the month of August. And he sends us an assignment every morning. And it's really to help us really get focused on our business, get refocused if we drifted off. And it's just a lot of exercises. Every day he sends us different assignments. And the first thing was to unsubscribe from email lists, at least 80% of the email list you're on, because it just fills your head with clutter. Even though you don't read the emails, I was getting 100 to 200 messages a day just from marketers because I just wanted to kind of see what they're up to and get some ideas on product promotions. But I didn't realize, just looking at that Gmail that I used for this, it was just overwhelming. So unsubscribing that, just like it cleared everything off. And another part of the challenge is stay off social media all day long during the workday. Don't jump on Facebook and spend 5 minutes during a break, because that turns into 25 minutes and it takes you off track. And I have to say, staying off social media during the day, even though I make my living from it, it's been so refreshing and I've gotten so much done this week. It's been amazing. So in the mornings, instead of getting up, having a cup of coffee and reading the paper and watching the news, my job is to just have quiet time. So I do some journaling. Perry says, write down, what are you grateful to today? One thing you're grateful every day. So whatever comes to mind, I just write. And you spend up some time journaling. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 25 minutes. I just kind of do like a brain dump when I get up in the morning. Another part of Perry's challenge is, what's the question of the day you want to focus on? So whatever comes up during that time, I've pondered it. The first question that came up is, what can I do to provide more value to my clients? And I got some really great answers from you. And I just want to share a couple of the best answers and kind of explain them. So here's one of the questions. I don't know anything that came from you that meant I'd make more money or get a wow or result. I may have bought a book or subscribed to a newsletter. Engaging content, there's no wow for me. There's no mad dash to implement a great strategy. I suppose you're withholding your aces. I suggest you play them. And thank you. I don't know who filled out the form for me. I didn't ask for a name or address. It was totally anonymous. But that's great feedback, because I'm kind of under the radar. I try to stay. When I was going through this 15 years ago, all the internet marketing was so hyped up, and it still is very hyped up. And I wanted to be the anti-internet marketer. I wanted to provide great value without giving the wow factor. But I realized I have to give more wow factor to get people interested. But it's kind of like, you want to buy the steak, you hear the sizzle, and everybody's buying the sizzle because they're so excited. But when they actually get to the steak isn't that good. And I find that with so many internet marketing products. And I can show you on this diagram. This is something Alex Mondosian and I came up with. We were having coffee about a month ago, and we just started brainstorming. Like, why do people spend all this money on internet marketing courses, or any course for that fact? Why don't they make a lot of money from it? And here's kind of what we came up with. There's this diagram, there's complexities or simplicity and time. And we all know that we've heard that saying, if you want to be an expert in anything, you have to spend 10,000 hours learning it. So after you spend 10,000 hours of just diving into it, you are considered a quote unquote expert. So how can you shorten that? And we came up with different ways you can do that. So if I want to learn it all myself, which I've done, different topics, copywriting, internet marketing, landing pages, autoresponders, Google AdWords, you name it, I put 10,000 hours in, so I can consider an expert in those areas. LinkedIn, obviously I've spent more than 10,000 hours there. So that's got me up into this quadrant where I'm in the quality and wisdom. So it works and it's sustainable. But what happens is, say I just take this internet marketing course or copywriting course. I've taken many copywriting courses over time. I'm over here in this quantity, the knowledge. So we're learning a lot of topics, but just learning a little bit about each topic. So we're going an inch deep and a mile wide, whereas opposed to the other end of the quadrant, you're going a mile deep and an inch wide. So you really focus on becoming the expert. So this is kind of our theory on why people aren't succeeding when they buy all these courses, because they're just saying, I need this, I need that. And I felt that way when I first started. I had to learn how to build a website, had to learn how to build a landing page. This was even before landing pages, but I had to learn how to copyright, had to learn how to set up a shopping cart, had to learn how to do fill in the blank, had to drive traffic, had to learn social media. So I felt overwhelmed. I said I couldn't get my business going until I knew all these different topics. When in fact, if I would have focused on one thing at that time, I would have been known as the expert, and all the other things would have taken care of themselves. So, I'll send you this diagram if you want. Reach out to me at help@tedprodromo.com, and I'll send you a copy of this. I'll post it on my website. But this really made it clear. So if I want to learn it all, it's done by me. Then there's look over your shoulder kind of thing, is this red arc here. It's done with you, where you get help. You get a coach or a consultant, and you're doing the work, and I'm guiding you. And I have a lot of clients that way. I've helped that way. Here's what we got to do. You do this. Next week, check in and see if you got it right. And we do, adjustments along the way. Then there's other people that'll buy all these courses. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars buying all this material, thinking they've got to learn it. They get overwhelmed. And they say, can you just do it for me? And that's the green. So you shorten your time, and you don't have to get all deep into the knowledge of it. You're just saying, get me leads, get me LinkedIn leads, get me Facebook leads, get me more clients. So that's really how I simplified this with Alex. So it makes a lot of sense to us. I'd love to hear your feedback on this, but it's just, this really resonated with me when I hit this. Like, wow, I've spent so much time over here in this one quadrant here with knowledge, that if I would have just picked one thing, LinkedIn years ago or whatever, I would have been over here. It would have saved me so much time and money. And it's so much easier. You take a burden off yourself from trying to know. I don't have to know all this other stuff now. So let me know what you think about that. But that's why, the whole PLF format, product launch format, Jeff Walker's, all these launches, we've all been through them. They send you all this great content, 3 videos or 4 videos. They're teaching you all this stuff and getting you all ramped up. And then when you finally buy the course, you drop $2,000 on it. And it's like, wow, the course is really disappointing. I learned more in the preview videos than I did in the course, because that's what they do. They teach you all the good stuff before you even buy. And then you buy, and most of the time people don't even go through my course. I bought courses where I've gone through the first 2 modules and never got back to it because I got distracted with something else. And we've all done that. How many ebooks do you have sitting on your hard drive now that you've downloaded because the landing page was great or the email, and you never open the ebook? I have hundreds. We're all guilty of it, but this really helps me get focused here. That's why I don't do a lot of the wow factor. I want to provide you the steak, good quality steak. I don't want to have, distract you or trick you into this, because I've seen so many people, they've reached out to me and said, I went so far into debt. I'm $50,000 in debt on my credit cards. I've taken out home equity loans. I've invested in all these products, and I've gotten no results. And the person I bought it from, they're not helping me anymore. I'm not that kind of person. I'm honest. I will not take your money. When I consult with people, when we have our strategy sessions, I say, I can't help you. I won't take your money. Where other people will take your money, whether you can afford it or not. So now that's why I don't focus on the wow as much. I know I need to, and whoever sent it in, thank you, because it really makes me think I've got to be more excited about this, more enthusiastic, but I don't want to rip people off either. I don't want to get people to take out loans on their house or get credit cards and go into debt to try to learn this stuff. So that's kind of the answer to that one. So here's another one. How about a weekly email with the top 3 questions you've answered? This is what I'm doing now. I'll do the top 3 here. So this is what I'll do every week. This is the 3 things that came up this week for me from my clients, and this is the impact it's had. So here's another one. Sorry for the drawn out question. Many of us are out there on LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., trying to get the right people to notice us. The main objective is to start a conversation with these people, and the trick is to get them to reach out to us instead of us trying to find them. Now, I'm going to stop right there and answer that part of it first. The goal of social media is not to trick people into finding you. You've just got to reach out to people. That's what I teach on my LinkedIn classes. You got to know who exactly you're looking for, who's your best customers. Do the 80-20. If you have 100 customers, who are your top 20? You want to get more of those people. You don't care about the bottom 80%. Focus on the top 20%, and you're going to have more great clients than you can handle. So you don't try to trick people into finding you and connecting with you. So here, we'll continue here. The problem is I see people may feel they may be pressured to buy, or they owe us something for spending 20 or 30 minutes on the phone with them, and they don't take the step to reach out to us. The question is, once we've established our bona fides via LinkedIn profile, how do we communicate simple conversations, risk-free, no obligation to buy from us scenarios? So I guess they're talking about if they get people on a consultation, 20 or 30-minute consultation, how do you close the deal? And that's really just sales 101. There's lots of ways to do it, lots of sales training books. One is the ROI method. You talk about, where are you now? How much money are you earning now? Where do you want to be a year from now? So say you're making $100,000 a year now, and you want to get to $500,000 next year. You talk about that gap. Then you talk about their feelings. What's it feel like? What's it feel like now? And what would it feel like if you were making $500,000 a year? And you kind of play to that gap, into their feelings. That's one method of doing it. Another way is the COA. Alex Mondosian calls it cost of not inaction. COI, cost of inaction. So what will it cost you if you don't invest in coaching with me? So if you're making $20,000 a year and you need to make $40,000 a year to survive, and you can't afford to hire me, the cost of inaction. So if you want to take your business to that next level, so say from 100,000 to 500,000, 20 to 40 is kind of ridiculous. People wouldn't be investing in our services. So if you want to go from 100,000 a year in your business to 500,000, what's it going to cost you emotionally and in your family and to your business if you don't invest in coaching? And if you don't invest in your business, you're not going to succeed. I have so many people come to me say, I'm starting a new business. I don't have any money. I can't market. I can't invest in your services or your programs. How can I make a successful business? And, name me one business that started up and is successful that didn't spend a penny on marketing or invest in coaching or invest in something. You need to have a budget to invest in your business, and you need to invest in high-end coaching to get you started. I spent many years doing, low-end kind of coaching, didn't get me anywhere. But once I started investing in high-end coaches, $15,000 to $25,000 a year, things really, really took off for my business because you're working with the right people that have been there, done that. So I could spend, that $25,000 to $50,000 on coaching or learning these programs over in the knowledge quadrant and try to figure it out myself. Or I can surround myself with people that have been there, done that, that can tell me immediately, don't do that, do this. So that's really where you got to be with that. So you can't feel guilty about trying to get people to buy from you on a strategy call. That's the whole purpose of getting them on the phone. You have something they want, and you can help them. So it's a match. So don't feel guilty about taking their money. So here is in the past, I bought a product for LinkedIn, and after a while I found out you were not helping me with precise strategies on how to get more contacts in business. You're always going around about important things like the completeness of your profile, very peripheral about how to get money from LinkedIn. You can provide more value to helping people teach them how to get money from LinkedIn or Twitter. So thank you for that feedback. That's great feedback, because what I teach is your foundation is, think about, you go to a conference, you meet somebody, we shake hands, we exchange business cards. What happens 99.9% of the time? You stick that business card in your pocket, maybe you throw it away at the hotel you're at, or you take it home, and I've got stacks of business cards like this here, and I always follow up with people after the conference, but I keep those cards kind of as a souvenir. Now I'm actually connect with them on LinkedIn right away, and then I throw away their cards because then we're connected on LinkedIn. But what happens is what I teach on LinkedIn is you have that strong profile, so people come across it, they know how you can help them. But you've got to reach out to those people. You've got to message people. And I teach that in my class, and I'm going to be much clearer on this now, how you make money from LinkedIn, because you got to build a relationship. It's a AIDA, I call it. Get their attention, get them interested, increase their desire, and get them to take action. So, when you meet someone and exchange business cards, you don't say, hey, I'm really good in LinkedIn. Why don't you hire me? It's no. You got to get to know each other, know, like, and trust each other. You build that relationship over time through LinkedIn and social media. And then you get them on the phone or however you close them. But the only way to close high-end clients is to get them on the phone and have conversations. It's, there's some marketers like Frank Kern, he can sell $10,000 coaching programs through webinars. Great. And if you can get to that skill, good, that's excellent. But most people I work with build one-on-one relationships and get people on the phone, and then they hire them as a coach or a consultant or a financial advisor or, whatever service they provide. So that's really, I'm going to thank you for that great feedback, because in my next LinkedIn class, which starts actually in September, I'm going to focus on that, because this is how you get to the money. And I guess I haven't been clear enough about that, but really, good, strong profile is the A. The interest is where you build your credibility through putting content in your profile and sharing content with your network. And then the desire comes from when you're messaging people. So you say, always connect with an invitation that's customized. Always send a welcome message. Send periodic follow-up messages to your, hey, haven't talked in a while, would you like to catch up? Or it's just something to keep in touch. Or say happy birthday to them. Those little things open up conversations. Those conversations lead to phone calls. And you have to be aggressive about it. You can't, don't be overly aggressive and send the long spam emails, but you can subtly connect with people and reach out to them in a professional manner. But you have to ask for the business. It just doesn't come to you. This isn't like The Secret, the movie, that, you just visualize it, put it on your vision board, it's going to come true. It's not. You need to take action. And all of those experts that were in The Secret say, you got to take action. You can't just sit here and visualize money coming in and clients coming in. But LinkedIn is a gold mine if you use it right. And just treat people on LinkedIn or on social media like you're face to face with them. They're human beings and you're talking to a human being. Don't spam them. Don't be aggressive marketing. Don't blast messages at them. Take the time and build relationships. You'll get long-term clients and you'll get a lot of referrals. So that's it. So that's 3 questions. Thanks for the feedback. And if you have any more, let me know, help@tedprodromo.com. But I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you. And this feedback is excellent. I'm going to be asking for more feedback from you. So thanks to everybody that sent in the emails with it. And I'll do one of these videos every week. 3 big things that happened for me the week. Thank you.